Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks for watching our earwax removal compilation video today. I think we've got 3 patients in this compilation video. Now this first patient, you can see quite a small little ear canal, very thick sticky wax here at the entrance. Your heart sinks a little bit when you see a tiny ear canal with sticky wax. It's never a good combo, but luckily in this one what we have is some really hard pieces sitting just behind that sticky wax, which means we can get a grip on those, and as we pull that out, it's going to take that sticky wax out with it, which is what you can see happening here. Now what's happened with the entrance to the canal itself is a nice good round shape, but the entrance, the skin has just started to fold over the front, which has made a very narrow entrance, which means getting big hard plugs out can also be problematic. So we've just got a grip on the neck section. You can see this big old chunky plug there. You can see how I'm having to just push the side of the suction tube against the very outer part of the ear canal just to open this up a little bit, and then to be able to pull that plug out. There we go, giving it a little bit of a wiggle, out that comes. Look at the size of that plug compared to the ear canal entrance there. That is a chunky piece of wax. I'm trying to remember, somebody in the comment section said, look, would you mind just kind of hovering over the wax as it comes out? I am trying to remember to do that. I do forget quite a lot of the time that goes by. I am trying to remember. So you can see there, eardrum looking lovely and healthy. So this is what it looked like to start with, very blocked. This is what it looks like afterwards. You can see a very, very different ear canal there. So what's that, 1.5 centimeters, just under 3/4 inches. You could go 11/16 of an inch there if you wanted to, guys. But I'm gonna stick with just under 3/4 inch. So you can see this dark conker brown color, this one. So we're into our second patient in this compilation. Let's take a look past very dense cilia. Oh, we've got really hard wax, and we've also got hair thrown in there as well to mix it and bind it all together. Now I know you love these ones, guys, but there's loads of hair in there. What we've done, first of all, I'm not messing around with this one. We're going to throw olive oil in there straight away. It's so dry and sort of hairy. I think the olive oil is going to do a great job. Now, somebody in the comment section was saying, oh, why don't you just put the olive oil in to start with first of all? Sometimes it obscures the view a little bit, especially when it covers the cilia, but I think we would have been fighting with this for so long otherwise. So just olive oil's got in. There we go. Look at that plug coming away there. Very dry. You can see a little bit of dry skin at the back end. Now let's take a look. Have we got, wow, we've got a good clearance there. Let's get rid of this outer section now. There we go. And what can we see further in? I think I just spotted a little bit of wax stuck to the attic there. Let's just, oh, we can see a little bit of dry skin. Let's chip that bit off. Always difficult when you've got dense cilia, because especially when you're on the very outer part of the ear canal, the endoscope has to stay behind your tool that you're using, and when you've got very dense hair, it has to drop the other side of the cilia, so sometimes a little bit more difficult to do. But you can see we've got these little sneaky bits that you couldn't quite see until you pushed that a little bit further in. There we go. Let's get rid of that piece. There we are. Is there a bit further in? I thought I saw a piece. Oh, I haven't quite seen this. It looks like there's a little bit stuck to the roof, but let's get rid of this section at the bottom. It's surprising sometimes how much hides down in this space. There we go, a little bit of dry skin. So you can see this is why it was drying out so much. We've got this layer of dry skin. So basically at this outer part of the ear canal here, we should be producing little droplets of oil in there, which gets absorbed by the skin and the wax. Keeps everything nice and soft, allows it to all break apart and come out the ear canal. What's happening in this case, not really that much in the way of oil being produced on the outer part of the ear canal. So the skin is drying out and the wax is drying out, making it go very, very hard, sort of tough as old boots. There we are. We can see this is what it looked like to start with. Let's show you what it looks like afterwards. There we go. We'll get into it eventually. There we are. So you can see the eardrum there looking a lot better. This is the patient's other ear canal here, and you can see it looks quite similar on this side. Now we've got this nice flat surface. Can we get a good grip on that with a suction tube? Oh, it's a little bit squishy as well. This is actually quite a good combo, this one at the beginning. It just depends how angular and hard the back end of this wax is as to whether we can pull this out in one go. And we got a bit of a wiggle going. To me, that doesn't look like it's going to budge too well there. I would have liked a little bit more of a wiggle. So I'm just pulling the top section down. Let's see if I can get a bit more movement to it. Oh, it's moving. But can we get any forward momentum? Now, sometimes if the wax is dry, don't forget I've told you the ear canal's an S-bend. So sometimes the wax will dry into that shape, which means it won't pull forwards, which is what's happened here. So I'm just going to sneak over the top here with a Jobson horn. Let's see if we can start pulling this plug down. Can we get behind it? Is it going to go? Oh, something's happening. It looks like it's moving. I've got to drop back a little bit to allow this some space to come out. Look at that coming away. That is a good plug. Look, it's still going. That is a long piece of wax. Now, did we break it all? I think there's probably some more left in here. Yeah, there is. And this is where it was on that bend. So it was very difficult to get this out. Now, look at the consistency of the wax here. It's that thick clay type wax. We had this really hard section, then this thick clay type wax, and a little bit of a harder section behind. We've got sort of a wax sandwich, which is not an image that anybody really wants. But you can see we've got this dry, clay type dry wax there going on, and there's more in there. This is the ear canal that just keeps giving. So we can see now it's going really far down. Do you know what, I think this is rather like a wax sub rather than a wax sandwich. It's a bit too long to be a sandwich. You can tell, I haven't had my cup of tea yet. I'm doing these videos really early in the morning before I start work, and you can tell I haven't had my cup of tea yet. Right, so we're just going to bring this one forwards. There we go. We can get behind it with Jobson horn. Let's see if we can get this all the way out. Look at the little bits of hair all stuck in there as well. Out this is coming. There we go. Wow, that was a lot of wax in that ear canal. There were some big old pieces in there. I'd be interested. I can't remember how much we took out of this particular, so it'll be interesting to see now in a second how much we took out. Just giving the outside part of the ear canal there a little bit of a tidy up. Let's get rid of some of these little pieces. Let's take a look behind. There we go, a lovely looking eardrum. Yeah, it's just a wall of wax. You can't see anything there at all, but it looks much, much better afterwards. Let's have a look. Oh, 3. Joe, I'm a little bit disappointed with that. I thought there'd be a lot more than that, but I think they were quite round, chunky bits. So 3 centimeters, 1 1/8 of an inch there, guys. I think we've got one more. I'm pretty sure there's one more in here. I think it's a nice short one, but you can see that really kind of chestnutty brown color. Oh, another wall. We got a little gap at the top though. Can you see that there? So this wouldn't really be causing too many problems as far as hearing issues were concerned, but the patient may be experiencing a few different things. So when they lay on their ears, it might make them feel a little bit more blocked up when they wake up in the morning, especially because you can see this is sticky. This wax is thick and sticky, this one. Sometimes patients will just get the sensation there's something in their ear. Sometimes patients wear hearing aids and it's blocking that up as well. But you'll see this really, the reason it's so sticky is the same issue we had on the last ear canal. There's very dry outer part of the ear canal, sucking all the oil out of this wax, really making it very, very dry. And in this case, it hasn't quite got to the hardened up stage. So this would be the sort of precursor to what you saw in the last patient, where it goes really hard. Now this is that kind of, we said about that kind of clay bit in the middle. That's the sort of consistency we've got here. Now, can we get this? We're fighting with this. This is a wax battle we're on our hands here, guys. There we go, out that comes. Long piece of wax, that one. Let's take a look behind it. Did we manage to get everything out there? Yes, we did. There we are. There's the eardrum. Slightly retracted. You can see the very top, just above the hammer bone there, that little bit of a pocket. That particular part of the eardrum is much more flexible than the rest. It's called your pars flaccida. And if you've got any pressure changes, it'll act on that bit a little bit more than it will on the rest of the eardrum. Now let's take a look at the other ear canal. You can see we can just see the eardrum back there, but we explained this to the patient. You know, you could go a little bit longer if you wanted to, but the patient said, well, here anyway, might as well get this one cleared at the same time. So let's pull this one out. There we go, it's on its way. Let's give this a little bit more of a wiggle. There we are, you can see it's been held on. There was a little bit of dry skin at the back end, which was just anchoring this piece of wax into place. There we go. You can see that dry skin coming away in the tail, a little comet there coming away. There's the eardrum. Oh, a little bit of fluid, I would say, just behind that eardrum to the, well, your right-hand side. So just to the right-hand side of the hammer bone, you can see a yellowish tinge to the eardrum. You should be able to see it now when we go back into it. That, to me, looks like a little teeny wee bit of fluid there. So we've got just, well, if we include the bit of skin on the end, 2.5 centimeters, 7/8 of an inch on that one, guys. Well, don't forget, guys, if you do have any questions about what you're seeing, drop them into the comment section below. The most popular questions, we'll do a little short Q&A video for you. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.